I was diagnosed with prostate cancer almost 8 years ago. It was pretty bad. I was totally metastatic. I had about 20 tumors in my lymph nodes then, and it looked like I might have had 10 also later when I got better scans. I mean, it was all over my bones. It was not good. And I did pretty good for a couple of years going through chemo. I mean, I didn't do great, but I did get through all the treatments they gave me. The only problem was it about killed me too.
I met Chris now many years ago while I was still working as a researcher at Baylor College of Medicine. He came to us, and when he approached us, he had already been diagnosed with metastatic prostate cancer in very bad shape. I know he had tried a lot of different therapies, chemotherapies, other immunotherapies. I know he had tried a lot of things, and they just weren't getting the job done.
And I went to Baylor, and that's where I met Matt and some other people too. And at Baylor, they told me, well, we have this, you can do it, but you have to go to Indy to get it. They weren't able to do it in the United States.
So this is before Immunocine Cancun exists. We happen to have some biotech partners in the cancer space that were in India. And they were doing their own sort of cancer therapies in India, trying to get approvals there because they have some different compassionate use and trial exemption rules in India that allow them to treat late-stage cancer patients. As this was before we had this beautiful setup here in Cancun, we did have to send our patients to India. So we went ahead and set up so he could receive this treatment. We made him his personalized dendritic cell vaccine against this cancer. And very quickly, we saw all of these tumors start vanishing from the scans.
You know, with the dendritic cell therapy, it went from 30 tumors to 0, just like that. And I knew it was working. I knew it was working. You could feel it. And then they took the scans about maybe 5 or 6 months later, and they were all gone except for that last tumor. So that's pretty amazing. Because I never thought I'd be cancer-free again.
He goes in for a prostatectomy to just try and have that all removed. And when he does, the doctors actually look at that spot by histology, and the pathologists come back and say they see no evidence of disease. It's just a spot, it's just scar tissue. And so what we have to conclude from that is that the treatment we gave him for his refractory, untreatable cancer actually eliminated all of the cancer in his body.
And you know, I had a 212 PSA when I was diagnosed, which is not good. And you know, I'm 8 years out in two weeks, and my PSA is 0.02 right now, so you can't really complain. I don't understand everything, but I do understand enough to know what works, and this does work. And I'm very glad it works, because without having this, I wouldn't be here talking to you. There's no doubt in my mind.
We're seeing phenomenal research, and we are moving this forward through the FDA pathways in the United States. But some of the things we saw, just either in the lab or in the clinic, they're beyond reproach. I mean, they just are absolute phenomenons. And so we know this can help people, and we wanted to try and make this available to cancer patients now while we're going through the approval process.
The nice thing is this is in Cancun, so it's not like a bad thing, you know? So if you come down here, you've got the beach, you've got everything you want to do. They are using, you know, an internationally accredited hospital. They have all the machines, they have everything here. And you don't see that at every hospital when you go out of the States.
I'm hoping that by hearing Chris's story, it will give optimism and hope to patients who are looking for the best treatment options for them right now. It's not too late, and it's not over until it's over. There might be a great option right here at Immunocine, and hopefully the patients that see his story will reach out to us and see if this is a good option for them.